Hello, Tara here. I am just finishing up my page kits for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, round 19, which should have been done in October. Actually, I should have done them in September if I was going to be super organized like most of the gals who do videos, but I don't do that. So these are the last 7, so we're starting with day 24. And I've got I don't think I used this kit at all yet. No. This is from March 2024, the Scrap Room Pink Fresh Simple Things. And it was a double shot page kit. So it doesn't have as much maybe as you would get in other Scrap Room kits. But what you do get is a couple sheets of white cardstock. One of this blue, it's kind of a royal blue, it's not really navy. Got this paper here, the Suns, this one with the kind of diagonal stripes and the stamps, and then this is the floral, which to me, this is a very, reminds me of Hawaiian shirts, so which makes me think of the beach. So we've got that, and then happiness is here and fun times in these are these soft puffy titles. And then it did come with a selection of what do you call them, embellishments. So they kind of lean heavy on the dark green, which I'm using beach photos, and there's a bit in the stamps, but not a whole lot. So I think I'm going to steer away from these particular embellishments here, but the enamel dots that came will work. These little joyful moments together is the best place to be. Those would work. It's a piece of pie. I don't want to go pie. And then a little ticket. Why is it dirty? Yuck. Chances are that's a dog. If it's my house and something's dirty, it could be a dog. So we're going to tuck those away, but I have a solution. Okay. So here are, where did my sketch go? Hello? Sketch. Well, what did I do with this sketch? I know I had it. All right, well, we will carry on. I've got okay, so it's this one here. So it's kind of a beach scene, which made me think of these photos of our niece and her kids and her husband at this past summer. So I was thinking this guy, and I might, just because they're kind of working their way in, I might flip it. So this might be over here. These two would be down here, and that would be there. So like, yay. What I decided to do though is add in a couple of pieces of craft. I didn't like how the white really was showing things off, so this is kind of what we're looking at then. I just prefer that for a beach. So we've got that. And then let's get rid of this. This is distracting. Okay, so then on here there's like a kind of a wavy strip across there and a wavy strip across the bottom. So this would be maybe across the bottom. I'll do I'll get that to go across both pages, and then maybe use that one for the title, this title band, because I don't think I want suns at the bottom. Okay, so then as far as embellishments, because there wasn't, I don't really want to use those for the theme of this. I pulled out, this is Simple Stories Summer Snapshots. So they all don't work, but there's enough that I pulled that I think will be good. Summer fun, who, where, when. Summer to-do list. Like, I'm not going to use probably all of these, but some of them will work. The colors aren't dead on, but they're close enough that, you know, summer fun, that's a nice little banner. A little ticket, sunshine kisses, soaking up the golden rays, the best time. Then there's these little wordies. This one says easy and breezy. So I just thought I'd pull out the ones that would work, and then I'm not necessarily going to use them all, but at least they're here. Oh, there's a little banner or arrow. Oopsies. This just a little one that says love. What's that say? Oopsies. This is Summer of Fun. And what did I just drop? Oh, this just has like a teeny little camera. And then I pulled some flair, and I think I'm going to use one from each package. So either summer, it's summertime, or beach mode all day, every day. I think the beach mode. And one of these. So either, I get the sand pail. He's using a pail there. Let's use the pail. And then one of these. I was thinking more of this one, but I think I like this. This peachy color goes better, I think, than the pink. Okay. So that's that. Shoot, where'd that sketch go? Ah, dear. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this was day, what day was this? This was 24. Oh, and the Scraptember prompt was double page, so we're good. And I'll just tuck these in with so that everything's together. Okay, oops, I'll lose my heart. Okay, next is day 25. And this is a fun one from Brandy Joe. There's not, it's more minimalist, but I've combated that with some crazy paper. I went shopping up at a scrapbook store in Listowel, and she had, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was 50% off, but you know, like a bargain bin of paper. So I went through and picked out some things that, you know, I can't pass up a bargain bin. I hadn't even seen this collection. This is Uniquely Creative Steam Graffiti. And I thought these pictures of the kids from the first day of school this year pulled in the pinks and the blues. So I thought I'm going to use that. Then I just made up this little kit with, there's another page, but I like the colors in the other one better. Here's some, oh. Okay, so I'm gonna mat it with this gray piece, and this is from Uniquely Creative, but it's from Class in Session. But I thought the gray was nice. with this. I got that so I can map my photos with it, so it helps it pop off a bit. And then this, so there's some fun die cuts, but I think what I might do, because she's got strips here and here, might use this brick, like say cut, this one's a little wider, so maybe cut these two and then these three for the top, and then that brings some color in. And then I don't know if I want to, I kind of want to cut that guy out and use that for this element here. So that could be layered partially in behind the photos, maybe a little bit. I don't know, I don't want to cover it up either. Maybe over there, and then this goes under, I don't know. And then because it is so busy, I don't know how much embellishing I want to do, but I grabbed just this, one of these Vicky Budin titles. It just pops, right? And what else was I thinking? I was thinking I might cut, no, am I going to run into a problem? No, because if I cut up to there, then I've still got the top of these tags that I could use for like embellishment bases. So maybe the more neutral colored ones. Or if I use that at the top, I might use this butterfly at this bottom one. I don't know. We'll see how what kind of mood I'm in when I get to it. And then I'd ordered, these are just from Temu, but it's all, I think it's for like, I don't know what you use them for, honestly, but all these gears, they're like metal. So I picked out some of these copper ones, and they go really neatly with, you know what I mean? They bring in a little more grunge to it. So I picked out some of those, and then this brighter confetti mix to pull in the brights. Like, so it's a real juxtaposition of colors and styles. Anyway, I think that's all I need for this. Oh wait, oh, the Scraptember prompt was holiday supply. I'm not even going to try and do it. I looked for things that might work. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to miss out on that. So I have like 4 that I haven't been able to figure out for the next few, and I'll get to them maybe sometime in November. We'll see. So that's it for day 25. Okay, day 26. This is from Vicky Tagwinod, and it's 3 photos on just, you really have a little bit of leeway here as to what you're gonna do for your background, because she's put in like 3 little clusters, but beyond that, it's up to you. So the Scraptember prompt was diagonal, and I'm not going to be able to fulfill that here. Not to my liking anyway. So this again is one of the papers I picked up in Listowel. It was Minte Farm Life, and I just thought those colors were beautiful. This is, I think that's Uniquely Creative, but what a pretty green, hey? So that's my base. The pictures that I'm going to use are ones that I took when they were working on my little enclosed screen porch. And so my husband was away, and I was sending him photos. I think I'm gonna turn it like this, right? So, oh, and look here. I didn't notice until after. Little Penny. He's like, what's going on? They were so excited that there were people working here, the dogs. Anyway, so there's where I'm starting from. I also pulled a bunch of 6x8 papers. So this was from Paige Evans' Bloom. That's bugging me. Where does it say on here? Garden Shop. Not Bloom at all. I've got those. These are Honeybee, and then these are Honeybee. So I just thought they pulled some of the colors. What I'm thinking is, I pulled 2 of each because I want to matte with one of them. And then for the clusters here, I'll use some of the bits. Plus, I've got these Spellbinders dies. I was gonna probably start with the green. Okay, so obviously I'm not gonna use the green for the matting. We'll use the green for the leaves. Cut a bunch of those out. I feel like I should be adding in more color though. I might pull some flower dyes as well, and well, I don't know. I've also got, these are Scrap and Happy Studio Flair and Joy documented, and just the red dots, and then maybe use some of these little hearts because I thought they went pretty. Sorry, dog licking just drives me crazy. So there's 26, and yeah, diagonal is not going to happen. So to sort that out somewhere else along the way. Then we're into day 27 with Jennifer Kane, and it's 3 photos with a journaling spot, a title, and a bunch of stars. So I have these pictures of, and I've got 4 pictures here of when I was making peach pie. Peach pie is one of Dave's favorites, so I thought it might be fun to do a layout about that. Oh no, the cat wants in. Oh well, kitty, you can just stay there. So I have this. This was a scrap room kit from some of my little sheets somewhere here. Oh, October flavor of the month 2023. So it's photo play. What is this? Country flowers. I should be holding on to this, but that's kind of because, you know, I'm pretty sure you've heard the news. Photo play is shutting down, but there's no point in holding on to stuff and not using it. So I thought, where did I throw this? Oh, there. Okay, so you've got kind of a wood green background. I thought I would matte it with it. Yeah, just a minute, kitty. With the mixing bowls and that, like so. And use this for these squares in behind the photos. Yeah, 1 second, kitty. Okay, I got it. 1 second. Boss wanted in, so I had to open the door. Okay, so I've actually got 4 pictures. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle this because 2 are horizontal, or landscape, and 2 are portrait. So I might, I don't know. See these, nope, don't like that. Well, they almost have to go in order, right? So maybe I'll do like that, instead of a journaling spot. But I do kind of want to add some journaling yet. So maybe I'll put that up higher and have a journaling spot there. I don't know, but we've got all these fun stickers. I pulled some flair that I thought would go from Scrap and Happy Studio. And then there's this fun collection of embellishments that came with the kit. So I can use some of these. Let me make a shaker. Should we make a shaker? I don't know. There's 2 frames there, so I mean, it kind of begs for a shaker. I don't think I'll use the bee. Your opinion is not part of the recipe. My kitchen my rules. I might use that because it matches that. Couple doilies, couple little gems, and I'll see what I want to do for a sequin mix once I get to that point, if I decide to do a shaker pocket. But for now, we'll just put the rest of the kit. There was quite a, because I got the whole, it's a lot in this kit, so. There. So that's 27. 28 is Sarah Tucci. Let's see here. It's a 2-pager. 27, the Scraptember prompt was pattern papers, so we're good. Day 28 is fussy cutting. We will just see. Okay, I've got these pictures from one of our nephews does dance, and this was a parade that they were in for September, I think. Do I have the date on here? Anyway, I'm gonna flip it just because they're kind of facing in. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, cutie. Anyway, so maybe something like that. I don't know. So the papers I'm going to use are from 49 and Market. I've really dug into the 49 and Market. Well, no, it's been a real mishmash this month, eh? Or with these sketches. So I've grabbed some of this plum colored cardstock, and then I've got some white cardstock, and then I've got 2 pages of like a base Plum Grove Colored Foundations number 4. Why do I have so much? Because I have to have my background. Is that why? No. Okay, so how did I have this figured out? I think I was going to use the purple for the very back. And then this is where 49 and Market shines, as you can put a 2-pager together with like literally no effort. like so. Oh, I know. So then I think I was gonna have like white, and then this for this inner kind of, it's almost a layout within a layout, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so that's good. And then as far as embellishments, I didn't pick anything out yet. I'm going to see how much I need, because sometimes when you've got a lot of photos, you don't want a whole lot else. Like, it's kind of takes away from it. But what I've got from this line, this goes back to, this might have been the last monthly kit that Scrap Shots out of Alberta did. So basically you buy the bulk of the line in your kit. So I've got the die cut pieces, laser cut wildflowers, got some rub-ons. Let's see what's in these. Oh, this is nice. There's a few words and whatnot. I like when you have the words to mix in. And the laser cut elements. So it's pretty vines and stuff. So that we can definitely make our clusters there. And what did I say? Fussy cutting. Oh, there's not really the opportunity to fussy cut here, is there? Not really. Okay, I'm not even going to try and make that happen. So we're going to say no. And so then I've got 5 that I've got to make up. I don't have to do anything, but I'm going to try and make up. So that was day 28. Okay, now this next one is I went through all of my albums and kind of some of the album themselves were, you know, wrecked just from years of abuse. Like they're 20 years old now, right? So as I was moving the layouts over into new albums, I saw some that had to be repaired, like things had fallen off. You know how that happens. And then this one, these photos here, I had some vellum and the vellum tape was showing and it was bugging me. So I was trying to tear these off without a whole lot of difficulty. And anyway, I've got a bit of a mess on this photo, but this was before digital photos and I don't feel like reprinting them. So I'm gonna make them work. This is day 29 from Shannon Keith. She's got 4 photos. So I think the way I planned it was maybe like yay. So because these are vertical and this is horizontal, I don't know, something like that. And then I'll like put an embellishment over this mess that I made. But do you remember these? I think these were Making Memories rub-ons, and I just thought it was just so much fun to put a rub-on on a photo. It was just because this is when I was starting out, right? So it's kind of fun. For papers, these are some old ones that I had from when I had my store. I was going through paper and made up a bunch of just like groupings of different papers that I wouldn't have put together before, but just for funsies to see what we could come up with. So this is October Afternoon from Main Gate, or from Midway Main Gate. Then we've got a Studio Calico. I think this is one of their, what do they call, annual Classic Calico collection. That's just a nice taupey dot. And then I've got this. So these might even be too big. Well, I'm gonna make it work. We are going to make it work. Even if I have to cover up most of the paper, which, big deal. Well, you still kind of get the idea. Oh, and then maybe I don't even need really, I'll use one of those to mat with. And then for embellishments, these are super old Lost and Found. Well, this is a Lost and Found. Find Your Wings and Fly from Rona Farrar. Remember her? I really liked her stuff. This is kind of almost like Simple Stories-ish, right? The way the direction they've gone with their vintage collections. Anyway, nothing's new, right? Everybody's done it at some point. So we've got some of these Lost and Found brads. These were my Mind's Eye too. I wonder where that sticker sheet went, because I just pulled this off and I had 2 here and I've ruined one. So hello, my love. This is a die cut. That might be Ellie's studio. This is all old stuff. I think this little envelope was Amy Tangerine. This little camera sticker was from the same sheet. This is Amy Tangerine, and this was cut from that's an Echo Park paper. Yeah, I can usually place my papers. I wonder about, so this is Amy Tangerine too. Are these too colorful? Can I find, they're all pretty colorful. All right. What I might do is add in maybe more doilies if I need anything. And it's kind of calling for a banner, but how am I gonna do that? Well, I'm not gonna think too hard right now. My brain won't handle it. And then this was called, this day was minimalist. Well, this is pretty far from minimalist. So, not gonna happen. But we'll call that it for 29 for now. I'll have to figure out something to do for that banner element. All right, and then the last one for this month is day 30 for Miss Carrie. And the prompt for this day was scrap lift, so I'm not going to be able to do that either because I'm using a sketch. And I always feel like you can do one or the other, you can't do both. This is an old picture from when the kids were small. Let me see, what did I have for a vehicle? Okay, so this one I had, it might have been when I had the store. It was a snow day, but then we made them go and shovel, so they're probably wishing they'd been in school. I'm going to use Simple Vintage Fresh Snow. So there's one of the background papers, and then the snowflakes, and then this. And then I had this piece pulled from the 6x8 pad for this bit here at the top and bottom. So that'll go like, just to get a feel for it, kind of like that. Now, she does have some mixed median behind here. I might just add some white paint or white gesso onto here, just in a strip. Well, I wouldn't even need that much. I would just need a little bit. We'll see. And then I have also some more of the whole pad of the 6x8 papers. I've got the large ephemera pieces, the floral bits, the enamel dots, glitter enamel dots, and this. So it's asking for a long title. I was thinking, what's I gonna do? Frosty. It was like 3 words. Frosty Winter Days, was it? Frosty Winter Days. I think that's what I was thinking. And then there's all kinds of little bits here, and then of course we've got our sticker sheet, good grief. And because she's got a tag here, she's got a bit of stitching across the top there as well. Might use one of these tags, or I might use one of the large ephemera pieces and stick that out of the top there. I'm not sure. Okay, it's sometimes I can't plan too far ahead. I just have to figure it out when I get there. So that's it, guys, for page kits. A little late to the game, but I'm still playing. Yeah, I'll put all the appropriate links down below, and hopefully sometime in this next decade I'll have the layouts done to share with you too. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you again.